Hello and welcome back. In this episode, I want to cover how to build a website in 30 minutes and for like $20. So, web dev in 2019 is a crazy mix where you've got web developers that can create really cool custom things, and there's definitely a huge space for them. But for a lot of businesses, especially startups, small businesses, maybe you're working for a large corporate that wants to try a new project on a different domain, you can actually custom build a really good website yourself. And the cool thing is you have full control over it as well. And you don't need to know how to code. The danger of some web dev agencies and some web dev companies is they have so much of their own IP and so much of locking in contracts that if you ever actually want to move away from them, it's either going to cost you a fortune, or if you want to, do some small tweaks to the website, again, it costs a fortune. So this is hopefully not too common, but I was working with one client and they were built on the WordPress CMS. And for them to do one small edit to the menu, I think it was like adding a new menu item in, which literally takes about 1 minute, they were going to charge them $1,500. And it's just these kinds of positions that you don't want to find yourself in. So doing it this way allows you to get started. And when you do eventually want to bring on a website developer to do some really cool custom things, maybe back-end things, it just means that the web dev also knows exactly what you're trying to achieve, because you already have a website to show them. You already have content, you've already got a feel. And so all they need to do is just make that better rather than then figuring it all out from scratch. So, jumping right into this platform called Squarespace. Now, a lot of you have heard about Squarespace. Squarespace, in my opinion, is the best way to build a website easily. There's different CMS, different platforms, that kind of stuff, but in my opinion, I love Squarespace for starting out. Again, small businesses, startups, and big corporates that kind of want to launch maybe a different side project or two. If you're building an e-commerce store, I would recommend Shopify, and I'll create a video soon about that as well. So Squarespace has kind of like two main points of entry. One's their homepage, and then sometimes you end up getting on the template section. It's fun to go through the templates, and it might be worthwhile for you to go through the templates and actually see what you can end up getting out of it. So for example, if you're in the food industry, you can go onto the Margot, click this, click view template demo, and then you've got this really cool, almost pre-built website for you in your niche as well. So that's one way just to launch straight into it and have a very good looking website just off the bat. And all you need to do from there is just edit a few things. The other way is to click this get started button. Now, again, you can choose by templates over here, or you can choose by answering a few questions. It actually almost pre-builds one for you. So I'm going to we'll show you what the base version of like what a services website might look like. I've got a finished version to show you as well. But instead of that, it says which homepage layout do you want? You've got this kind of one, which I like a lot. You've got more of a creative showcasey, maybe for a photographer. Maybe you've got different products in a design room, all that kind of stuff. You've got this like big bold one where on the homepage there's only one kind of call to action. Or you've got this more like detailed, orientated, simple, clean website. I'm going to jump into this one because it's my favorite. And then you can start changing different fonts and different texts. And again, it just pretty much pre-builds your website. Now, this is my favorite section here, especially if you want something a little more custom than a template. So if I'm building like a website for myself, I'd want an about page. That would make sense. I'd probably want a blog page. I probably wouldn't want appointments, but there's an appointment section here as well, which is fantastic. I'd definitely want a contact page. FAQs are a huge yes. The reason being is it allows you to answer all the questions your customers have, which then helps you rank really well on Google. So you'll convert really well with a really good FAQ page. Going through the last ones, I don't really need a team section since it's just really me. Definitely terms of services, and then a testimonial. Again, Squarespace does stores as well, so if you do want to use Squarespace over Shopify, you can jump in. And again, if you are a restaurant, you can have reservations here. If you're a photographer, you've got galleries, there's locations. This is what I'm going to choose, but you've got a whole bunch of really cool things you can also add in. Cool. Then you can explore images for your website. So these make no sense to me, but look at that. So if I search marketing, let's see if this works. Yes. Wow, this is fantastic. Design. Cool. So what it's doing is it's pulling kind of images from this website called Unsplash, which allows you to use images royalty free. So any image on Unsplash you can use in your website without actually thanking the person for it. So it's really, really cool again for startups and small businesses. And there's some really cool images. If you've been on any of my websites, a lot of these images are from Unsplash. But yeah, so I typed in marketing in the filter. This one's a little bit too old school for me. I'm more of a digital marketer, so there's a laptop there. I am happy. And then you click go on, and then boom. And then you can either preview the website or you can get started editing the website as well. So I'm just going to quickly preview it. Whoa, it looks good already. Check out the blog. And you can also see what it looks like on different mobile devices and laptops as well. So you can see on an iPad, it'll look like this. On a phone, it looks a little bit smaller. You got the hamburger menu over here. And you're pretty much done with the basics of your website. It is that simple, and that's why I love it so much. And it'll give you enough tutorials to kind of really teach you how to do it. But Squarespace is so simple. All you need to do is hit edit around the section you want, and then you can edit the section. You can edit the image. You can either replace it by removing it and uploading a new image. It's just so easy. And then if you want to move to this section, you click it over here. If you want to change pages, you just go over here. And if you want to muck around with the design of the site, you go into site styles, and then you can do crazy stuff like change the width of the website. You could show a border. You can make the border really big. You can make the border pink. Don't know why you'll do that, but boom, you've done it. So in about an hour, using that exact same thing, we built this. Now, I'm not saying it's the best website in the world, but it's a good starting place for us as Inbound to test if we should be launching like a more affordable, lower end SEO and retainer strategy. So we've got a cool homepage, we've got the team, we show you what the process exactly is. I like this kind of simple text-heavy thing. I think it's more thematic with the people we're trying to get. We've got the team page, testimonials. We've got Stephen's the best from Stephen's mum, and then a lot of other genuine testimonials, and then the contact page and get started. But as you can see, I built this in literally an hour using the base template from what I just created and then editing the images and a bit of the content. So it's not hard to build a website. And the cool thing is, when you build a website nowadays, you don't actually want to build the whole website. What you want to do is you want to build the minimal viable product of the website, the MVP, because you want your customers and your audience members to actually tell you what they're looking for. Like, it's pointless to build or spend $50,000 to $100,000 to $1 million building a custom designed website if your customers really only want a really good FAQ page or a really good testimonial page or a calculator that does this or some sort of quiz so they know where they fit in the world. So build the MVP first, and this is really good for doing that, and then talk to customers, start getting feedback, and then build out the services and solutions that your customers want, not what you think they want. So that's how to build a website in under 30 minutes. It takes 5 minutes to get the base. It takes 20 minutes to kind of play around with the content. If you really want to go all in, it might take an hour. And then boom, you've got a website that you can show the world. I think Squarespace is about $18 or $15 a month. So it's quite affordable, especially versus the $3,000 plus of custom web dev. So that's it for this video. I hope you like this border. I hope you like this website, and I hope it encourages you to at least try and play around. Like, it's fun to fail, but Squarespace also makes it very hard to fail. And maybe if you're building a personal brand, why not start with that? Why not start a personal brand website? Again, have a go, again, play around, and have a really good time.